Hi, Scott Hess with Flying Cross Aerial Productions here in Austin, Texas. I do have some flight footage for you to look at using the Gremsy T3 gimbal, but first I'll just quickly describe the setup. I did fly the Panasonic GH4 camera with an Olympus 17mm lens. This is the lens that I was hoping would work out because the 17 really is a much more cinematic lens than the 12mm that you typically see. But with a longer focal length, you do amplify any problems that the gimbal has, so it's critical that it's performing well. Now, before I flew the 17, I did have the 12 on there, just to sort of set a baseline. I got great results with the 12. Now, before we get to the footage, I do want to mention that a lot of people post footage on the various forums and sites and so forth, you know, of their results with various gimbals, including the Gremsy H3, H16, and so on. One of the things that I always comment on is that, you know, show me the footage in 4K, because that's where you really see all of the sins. It's very hard to tell on a computer monitor, and certainly it's hard to tell when somebody posts something in 720 or 1080. You really need to see it in 4K, and you need to see it on a big monitor. Now, I did try to do a little bit more aggressive flying at higher speeds, because that's when the gimbal performance really counts. You do see a lot of footage posted with the flights in these slow, meandering, sort of no-wind situations. And it's not surprising that the footage looks good under those circumstances, but that's not really the real world. The other thing I want to mention as you look at the footage is that this has no Post Stabilization and no horizon correction. What you see is what came out of the camera. I haven't even color corrected it, it's just straight out of the camera. So I'll let you take a look and judge for yourself. Be sure to look at it in 4K on a big screen if you can. So overall, I'm really happy with the way the T3 is working. You know, I'm not spending hours and hours and hours tuning in order to get footage that's really still only marginal. Even after a lens change, I'm not doing a whole lot in software, and the footage still looks solid. So I'm really happy with the way things are working out. I'm looking forward to flying a little bit longer lens on it next time.